The sacred art of letting go. How fleeting moments teach us to live boldly. Welcome to Soft Girl Era, the sacred space where strong Black women unlearn survival, rediscover softness, and reclaim the joy, rest, and freedom they deserve without guilt, without apology, and without explanation. I'm your host, LeAnne Dolce, pronounced Dolce, like sweet softness whispered in French. And I'm your guide from burnout to boundaries, from doing to being, from strong to soft, and loving every second of it. Today, I had the incredible honor of sitting down with Tyra Fam, a force of nature who's making the world a better place by teaching us that life's most powerful moments are also its most fleeting. Tyra Fam reminds us that every experience, whether it's wrapped in pain or drenched in joy, is temporary. And that's exactly why we must hold on to what matters and act boldly. Their work is a testament to the power of letting go, healing intentionally, and using your story to lift others who are still fighting their battles. Tyra Fam is proof that resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about choosing to heal and help others along the way. And let me tell you, after our conversation, I walked away with three truths that I need you to hear, to hold, and to live by. First, life's moments are fleeting. Cherish them and act boldly. Every experience, whether pain or joy, is temporary. Hold on to what matters and make the most of every opportunity. Second, letting go is necessary for growth. Release relationships, roles, or situations that have served their purpose, even if it's difficult. This is how you create space for new beginnings and healing. And third, resilience is not just surviving, but choosing to heal and help others. The true strength lies in using your story, no matter how heavy, to inspire and uplift those who are still fighting their battles. Now, let me take you into the stories that brought these truths to life. Let's talk about Melody Ty. Melody is a Black media entrepreneur who looked at a competitive landscape that often excluded diverse voices and said, "Not on my watch." She founded Les Clarosque, a media outlet amplifying Black professionals and entrepreneurs. But let me be clear, this wasn't just about starting a business. This was about survival, visibility, and creating space where there was none. Melody faced systemic exclusion, lack of representation, and the constant pressure to conform to mainstream narratives that didn't reflect her truth or the truth of the people she wanted to serve. Imagine walking into rooms where your voice didn't matter, where your expertise was questioned before you even opened your mouth, where the stories of your community were erased or distorted. That was Melody's reality. And instead of shrinking, instead of accepting the limitations placed on her, she built something new. She built a platform to celebrate overlooked stories. She fostered community. She encouraged women to let go of the superwoman myth, that toxic lie that says you have to do it all, be it all, and never ask for help. She stood in her truth and said, "There is another way. There is space for us. And if that space doesn't exist, we will create it." And here's what happened. Les Claros became a respected media outlet, reaching thousands and giving Black professionals the visibility and validation they had been denied for far too long. Melody's journey began with her own struggles for acceptance and recognition in media. And instead of letting that break her, she used it to create change for others. She grew Les Claros into a nationally recognized stage for Black excellence. And in doing so, she inspired other media platforms to prioritize diverse voices, shifting the narrative for Black women in business. Melody's story is a perfect example of seizing fleeting opportunities and making space for new growth by letting go of limiting narratives. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait for the world to be ready. She acted boldly, and in doing so, she changed the game. She reminded us that when we refuse to accept the narratives that diminish us, when we let go of the need for external validation, we create something powerful. We create legacy. Now let's talk about Shelley Bell. Shelley is the founder of Walker's Legacy, and she built a supportive network for Black women entrepreneurs that focuses on vulnerability and community. But before Walker's Legacy became a nationwide movement, Shelley was struggling with isolation and the pressure to do it alone. She faced a lack of representation, mentorship, and culturally relevant business education for Black women. She knew that if she was feeling this way, thousands of other women were too. She knew that the silence was killing us, the isolation was breaking us. The belief that we had to figure it all out on our own was a lie that was costing us our peace, our health, and our dreams. So she established targeted programming, networking events, and educational opportunities to empower Black women in business. But more than that, she created a space where vulnerability was not a weakness, but a superpower. She said, "Dudley, you don't have to pretend you have it all together. You don't have to wear the cape. You don't have to smile through the pain. You can show up as you are, broken, tired, confused, scared, and we will still hold you. We will still see you. We will still lift you." And here's the thing, Shelley didn't just create a network, she created a movement. Walker's Legacy now supports thousands of Black women entrepreneurs across the United States, and it has changed the national conversation around Black women in business. Shelley's story is a powerful reminder that letting go of isolation and embracing community is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. Vulnerability leads to lasting change, and Shelley proved that when we stop trying to do it all alone, we create space for collective growth and healing. She showed us that the cape we've been wearing, the one that says we have to be strong all the time, and the one that says we can't ask for help, the one that says we have to carry everyone else's burdens, is not a badge of honor. It's a burden, and we are allowed to put it down. And then there's Chanty Lindsay. Chanty is a Black wellness entrepreneur who prioritized softness, rest, and boundaries to heal and break generational cycles. She faced toxic expectations of strength, burnout, and generational trauma. She was taught, like so many of us, that strength means never stopping, never resting, never asking for help. She was taught that softness is weakness, that rest is laziness, that boundaries are selfish. But Chanty made a different choice. She set boundaries. She invested in therapy. She openly discussed mental health, encouraging her team and her audience to do the same. And you know what happened? Her business thrived. She collaborated with major brands, published widely, and created a legacy of gentle strength. But more than that, her story has helped countless Black women embrace softness and pursue healing as empowerment. Chance's journey began with personal struggles and a decision to choose healing over hustle. She let go of destructive patterns and embraced healing. And in doing so, she gave other women permission to do the same. Her story is a testament to the necessity of letting go and the power of protecting your peace as a practice. She showed us that healing is not a luxury, it's a necessity, and softness is not a weakness, it's a revolution. She reminded us that we are not machines. We are not superheroes. We are human beings who deserve rest, who deserve joy, who deserve peace. And when we choose to honor that, when we choose to let go of the toxic narratives that tell us we have to be strong all the time, you see, we create space for real, lasting transformation. Now, what we got, I want to bring this back to you because here's the truth. These stories aren't just about Melody, Shelley, and Chant. They're about you. They're about me. They're about every woman who's been told to be strong, to keep going, to never stop, to never rest. They're about every woman who's been carrying a cape she never asked for and a burden she was never meant to bear alone. Tyra Fam reminded me during our conversation that life's moments are fleeting. Every experience, whether it's pain or joy, is temporary. And that's not a reason to be afraid. It's a reason to be bold. It's a reason to hold on to what matters and let go of what doesn't. It's a reason to act now, to love now, to heal now, to rest now. Because here's what I know to be true: letting go is necessary for growth. You cannot grow into the woman you're meant to be while holding on to relationships, roles, or situations that have served their purpose. And I know that's hard. I know it's painful. I know it feels like betrayal or failure or loss, but it's not. It's freedom, it's healing, it's making space for new beginnings and resilience. Real resilience isn't just surviving, it's choosing to heal and help others. It's using your story, no matter how heavy, to inspire and uplift those who are still fighting their battles. It's turning your pain into purpose and your survival into something sacred. Melody showed us that when we let go of limiting narratives and seize fleeting opportunities, we create space for new growth. Shelley showed us that when we let go of isolation and embrace vulnerability, we create community and lasting change. Chandy showed us that when we let go of toxic expectations and choose healing, we create a legacy of gentle strength. And now it's your turn. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? What cape are you wearing that's weighing you down? What narrative are you believing that's keeping you small? What relationship, role, or mindset is blocking your growth? I want you to think about that right now. I want you to name it. I want you to feel it. And then I want you to make a decision. I want you to decide right here, right now, that you are going to let it go. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when things get easier. Now, because life's moments are fleeting and you don't have time to waste holding on to things that are killing your spirit. You don't have time to waste pretending you're okay when you're not. You don't have time to waste carrying burdens that were never yours to carry. You deserve to be soft. You deserve to rest. You deserve to heal. You deserve to say no without guilt. You deserve to set boundaries without apology. You deserve to choose yourself without explanation. This is your soft girl era. This is your sacred pause. This is your deep exhale from the Superwoman script. This is your quiet but powerful return to softness, rest, self trust, and radical joy. So here's my challenge to you. This week, I want you to release one thing that no longer serves you. Maybe it's a friendship that's draining you. Maybe it's a job that's killing your spirit. Maybe it's a belief about yourself that's keeping you small. Whatever it is, let it go. Make a conscious decision to release it and step boldly into your next moment of growth. And as you do that, I want you to remember that you are not alone. You are seen, you are valued, you are loved, and you are worthy of every good thing this life has to offer. Tyra Fam taught me that the most powerful thing we can do is act boldly in the fleeting moments we're given. Melody Tide taught me that seizing opportunities and letting go of limiting narratives can change the world. Shelley Bell taught me that vulnerability and community are the foundation of lasting change. And Chandy Lindsay taught me that healing and softness are not weaknesses, they're revolutionary acts of self love. So I'm asking you today, how are you learning to be soft in a world that taught you survival? What cape are you ready to release? How has your definition of strength evolved? What does your soft girl era look and feel like right now? What past wound are you still tending to? And what's helping? How are you actively creating space for joy, rest, and boundaries? And how have you turned survival into something sacred or supportive for others? These are the questions that will guide you into your next season. These are the questions that will help you let go, heal, and step boldly into the life you deserve. Because here's the truth: you don't have to do it all. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to carry everyone else's burdens. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to be soft. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to choose yourself without guilt, without apology, and without explanation. So let's walk into this next season together. Let's let go of what no longer serves us. Let's act boldly in the fleeting moments we're given. Let's heal, help, and hold space for each other. Let's choose softness, rest, and joy, not out of burnout, but out of reverence, because you deserve it. You really do. And the world needs you, not the version of you that's exhausted and burnt out, but the version of you that's healed, whole, and free. This is your time. This is your moment. Now go live it.